You see love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Where my camera at? First of all, you shouldn't do this when you're hungry, right? That's your girl D-Love from the South Side, Inglewood for Life, Chicago, that is. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I appreciate you being here, as always. Hey, Liz, and I want to first of all, I always say thank you to Mike, because Mike is definitely a supporter of the show. I appreciate. Hey, Saint. I just took a bite of the Beirut. So good. Let me tell you, busy day, but I am glad I can make it. I'm glad you all can make it also. And listen, first of all, I want to say it. Thank you, Mike, for everything you do for the channel. Saint and Sinner, thank you for always being here. Hey, Prima Donna, how you doing? I love me some Prima Donna. Listen, it's hot today, so I had to put the tank top on. Next time I'll be a little bit more professional. I'll be ready for the chat. But this is not going to be a long video. I hope not. Because sometimes I always tell myself, it's not going to be long. And next thing I know, it's a long video. I had seen last night, Prima Donna said, Alderman Colby Chapman. Yes. Alderwoman Colby Chapman of Harvey, Illinois, was arrested by Dalton. So used to saying Dalton, from Harvey Police Department. I'm gonna have to show y'all this video because it's the craziest thing ever, and it's cringy. Like, hey, I'm gonna do less talking and more. I got to show. I'm like, see, I stopped going to these meetings because I'm like, if the mayor's office can treat a woman like they did, and this woman, let me close it up. Sorry, the way they arrested Alderman Colby Chapman is the craziest thing to see. And only saying for a politician, a government employee who was voted in by her citizens or her constituents of I think she's the second ward in Harvey. Hey H, how you doing? But we're gonna watch this video and you tell me what your thoughts are. I keep doing that and forget to switch it over. Please forgive me. I was triggered when I seen this video. And this video is on Ryan. What's Ryan? Oh gosh. And let me know if it's too high or anything. Hey, Miss Malone, how you doing? Harvey Historical Society on Facebook. And this happened on April 28th. Mayor Clark has Colby arrested for standing up for her residents. Your video is all messed up. Why she say that? It's always the comments for me. I always go to the comments first. Everyone should get up and walk out. Why the F is this grounds for arrest? This is insane because you cannot talk. You cannot ask adios mío. You cannot ask questions. Do you know how hard it took me to find this video? Hold on. I done hit the wrong button, y'all. God. Oh, here. Oh, here's oh, she got a good one. Hold on.
Thank you. So, there was, and there still is, G. There was, and there is a motion to call the question that was originally called by the third ward alderperson and the fifth ward alderperson. So the third. So that's what we can vote on. So you can cast your votes.
So the question is, why did they get her out of there before they cast that vote? Whatever they were voting on. And this is on Alderwoman Colby Chapman's Facebook page. The crazy, I gotta find it. There's a longer video. Oh my gosh, it's loud in my ear. There's a longer video. Oh, it's on the Historical Society. And he just sat there like he just went on like it was nothing. She's an elected official. Oh, let's read the comments. And I'm gonna show you a longer video also. But I like to read the comments because the comments are important. That was crazy. They handle her like a man, like she's somebody off the street who is not a public official. An elected official handed like that for everybody that's helping Dalton. Let's help the older woman. I know that, first of all, she's only 37. She's not older. I'm going to stand with her, and on my broadcast, I am. Oh, James McCoy, the MacMan Morning Show. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I do everything I can to help. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mike, for gifting one member a membership. And if you have received this gift, please drop a yellow heart and tell Mike, thank you. That's the craziest thing. Let me find a historical. Hold on. Let me look it up. Historical. I think this is the one I found it. Yes. So which is crazy is, first of all, this is Harvey. Next time over from Dalton. And okay. So this is the mayor of Harvey. This is the Mike is so kind. He's always kind. Hey, Model Stance, I appreciate you. This is the alderman of the ward I live in. He's a yes man to him. So what they did was, first of all, somehow, for some reason or another, Harvey couldn't afford to tear down a house. I don't know why, but they couldn't afford to do it. So the mayor's loan, so I don't know why he got it like this, but the mayor loaned the city of Harvey $24,000 to tear down a house. It's got to be more to it, but we'll never know. Okay, here. This is the one in question. What the world? Let's see. $150,000 is what we paid Chris Clark. Dang. This is the greatest accomplishment. They pay him $150,000 for that's a part-time position. Listen, I don't understand why people in Harvey don't. They try to stand up, but this is what happened. You get arrested. Let's see if this is Ryan's video. And I'm just trying to get the word out.
Second ward alderwoman from the council chambers. Thank you.
Don't touch my stuff. We should know that from the law.
Don't y'all take down a little bit of the rest.
Hey!
Don't touch her. Leave her alone. Wow. Wow. We're getting this.
Thank you. So, there was, and there still is, G. There was, and there is a motion to call the question.
You see how crazy that was? How it took five or six police officers to escort her out that meeting? About a month ago, Nate mentioned something about Harvey removing houses for a public works catch basin and something. Yes. Yes, they are. Now I haven't heard much more about it. And we got to reach out to Ryan because Ryan is he's been trying to get some movement on that. But that was Alderman Colby Chapman, and she's 37, and she has a master's degree. I talked to her. She's a smart girl. But the mayor had her removed from the meeting several times, at least 5. And this is the first time I've seen it, maybe the second time that I've seen it where it's forceful. And I'm like, in the city of in the state of Illinois, you're telling me that Governor Pritzker just watch all these shenanigans and what these mayors are doing to the people or to the public officials and say nothing? Something wrong.
That was originally called by the 3rd Ward Alderperson and the 5th Ward Alderperson, so the 3rd. So that's what we need to think about. So you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Excuse me.
And he got the nerves to be an attorney. What he gonna do? He supposed to help the people. What is wrong? He can't. They gonna get Ryan next. You see that? Did you see that? And you're right. I'm appalled that happened at 7:30. I think the meeting starts at 6 or 7. That's crazy. And it said, oh, the comments. Let's look at this comment real quick. Let me remove this. And it says your video. And he started his meeting with a prayer. See, that's why I don't be fooling with them. Like, I can't be placing, y'all want us to say pledge allegiance, do a prayer, and y'all doing all this to the resident. Crazy shenanigan. What a class act. Can't wait for the day they haul his ass to the federal prison. Oh, I don't know who they talking about. I said, this is crazy. Targeting Colby. And this is not the first time. I'm telling you. The first time I saw them do that to her, she was in tears. But after that, she got tough. She toughened up. Because I can understand. First, I was like, oh, no, why is she crying? Terrible video. Why they saying terrible video? These people are just... But listen, I realize when you are in the moment, you don't know what you'll do. Why did 3 Harvey police arrest Colby and is one person? First of all, I'm confused also because with all the crime that's in Harvey, Illinois, and you got about all the police officers instead of out on the streets, they are in the city hall meeting. That's why I don't go no more. One of the police blue was going to take the paper away. She told him no. She said, "Don't touch me. She can't take she can take the papers with her." Did Clark tell the police to remove Colby from the meeting? Yes. He always does that. Always. I tell her, they're afraid of you. They have to be afraid of you because how can they just continuously want you removed from the meeting when it's time for votes to happen? I just saw a video. It says that Harvey is asking this, I think the federal government for $89 million to fix the roads and to demolish buildings, homes. Ain't that crazy? That is crazy. So that's what I'm saying is, and that's what people were saying is like, they glad everybody helped Dalton, but something needs to be done about Harvey because ain't no way. They like manhandle her, and he got up and like casual and whatnot, like she's making too much noise. But then he wouldn't want nobody to do that to his mother. I'm confused. This is just the worst of the worst, and it doesn't get no better. Now she's out of jail. She was released, and her mother. I wonder if she's gonna get a ticket. She said they haven't even paid her. Like your reimbursements. They haven't paid her reimbursements. Hey, Mac Man Morning Show. I see you. I see you in these comments over here. A terrible thing. And I agree with you. I saw one of your comments. We have to get the word out. I believe she's a Delta sorority. I know Kim Fox is a Delta, and she's an attorney. She was the Cook County State's attorney. She's no longer in office. I wonder would she come up and come help her? Because this cannot go on. This is a sitting politician doing her job. Why is she getting arrested? This should be brought to the attorney general. Kwame Raoul probably not gonna do nothing. He let Tiffany go on for a long time and didn't say anything. Elected official. She is an elected official. Thank you. Kwame Raoul is not gonna say he's not gonna do anything. Not. Prima Donna, I agree with you. Harvey residents needs to start a letter writing campaign and get more content creators to spread the word. Now let me ask you something, Prima Donna, because you're from the Southlands. Well, she said, this shouldn't be happening. That is correct. It should not be happening. Um, Question, Prima Donna. You know about Harvey and the history of corruption in Harvey. And a lot of people won't say nothing. They go on with their business and won't say anything. They really tried last summer, but nothing was really done. I mean, they did, but then they started to get repercussions from participating. There was a rally and they had the police. It was crazy. And those people do not come to the meetings anymore. Nobody wants to be arrested or the fear of being arrested at a meeting. So, yeah, and he needs to stop. He needs to stop. This is a shame. She's 30. I believe she told me she's 37, and she's just doing her job for her residents in her ward. What if the residents start showing up in large number? Where Beth? We need a 411. Let me tell you, Mike. I don't know if you remember. I did a video. We drove around Harvey. Harvey's not like Dalton. Dalton has a lot of people that shows up to those meetings for the most part. As you can see, if you in those videos, maybe 10 people show up to those the city council meeting, and it's twice a month. But the problem is there will be consequences if you speak out. Like the people who haven't paid their uh, back property taxes, businesses, or they behind on their taxes, property taxes. He has put like cement blocks in front of their businesses. hmm So people, as you see now, people don't come to meetings anymore. Like I don't even want to go because I don't want to be arrested. Bell thing, listen, everybody know you don't want to be fooling with Harvey because you don't want to get arrested. There is a plan if we stick together and help. Well, your town needs to vote for different aldermen. Yeah. Hey, bring me that. You want me? This is what I told Colby Chapman. I said, that man, he's scared of you. You know why he's scared of her? Because she could become mayor and knock him out that seat. So whatever he's doing, and if she choose to fight for a position as the mayor of Harvey, and they see how he treats her, she might have a choice. But the problem is there are senior voters, and no offense to senior voters, but everybody tends to vote what they know. But also looking at his when he ran for Thornton Township supervisor, he didn't get a lot of votes. So that lets you know people not feeling him like that. I hope somebody else run. Oh, public officials have oath and bonds and has to be insured. One can talk to risk management and the insurance company when one has a claim. She should file a claim. No, not again. And her mom, dang, she's been kicked out the meeting at least 4, 5 times, I would say. 3 I know for sure, I remember. But this is the first time her mother was kicked out. The craziest thing ever. The craziest thing. I don't know where they do this at. I'm like, how do they do it and get away with this? Where is the news cameras to talk about it? Oh, that's crazy. And I'm just so frustrated that nothing is this has been going on for a while. This is nothing this is not something that just started. This is not something that just started. Ryan was oh b- Ryan was escorted out the building. I believe at I think last summer I don't know I know he was escorted, but I think they put the handcuffs on him, but they didn't take him to jail. Like I don't know what can be done because he has an ordinance in place. I don't know if it was voting on or what have you, but he has the majority of the board. So whatever he says, they are going to agree to it. Yes. Let me see what Amethyst has. Um, yeah, they're all going to agree to it. So you kind of like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Who's going to fight for Harvey? Harvey got to fight for themselves, but they got to feel like they're safe to do so. Because these people, are mostly low income. A lot of low income community. This is a low income community. So yeah, it's just it's a low income community. So unfortunate. Colby needs to file a federal case against him. I say she does. She should. Because I know they have a case right now, but I don't know I never heard anything else more about it. We're going to get Ryan on the call Ryan up, and he'll jump online and tell us what's going on. But we got to get more content creators out here to do more to put the word out. Because he a trip girl. He's a trip. There's more police that's at the city council meeting than be on the streets of Harvey. Could you imagine that? You got to be afraid to go in your house and also be afraid to go to those meetings. And this is like, it's not her first time being arrested. Nope, she wasn't arrested. When was she arrested before? Let's see. Midlothian, 147 Keystone. Let's see. She's a second ward Alderwoman. Oh. Now let's see this. Ryan know he be having a tea. Let's see something else. But this is not about Colby. He's in at the Harvey food pantry. Or the Thornton Township food pantry. And I still didn't get to that.
Hey everybody, I'm just at the Thornton Township Food Pantry in Harvey, Illinois. And you have another example of horrible and unnecessary public waste. Who cares who is the current supervisor? Who cares? Why do we have to pay to change the person's name whenever a new person gets elected? I mean, this is what matters. Food and General Assistance Center. Great, you're helping people, okay? So I'm guessing that's why they also took the little symbol logo down. Something for the name in there? I'm not sure, but it's just so stupid.
Hey, Alana, how you doing?
Think of how many things are going to have to be changed from Tiffany A. Henyard to the new supervisor, and it's just wasteful. I don't understand it. Who cares who is the supervisor? Give the public the services they need. We don't need the name plastered at our expense on every building, vehicle, T-shirt, stationery in the township.
I do agree with that. I'm like, they can really cut costs if they just put what it is and not have to keep changing the names. That makes sense. We understand the fear of the police. I wish the bill where police chief was elected had been passed. Listen, that would do great justice because actually all these people are afraid for their jobs. So they only going to do what the mayor asked them to do. I agree. Okay, so this is from the Harvey Herald. This Amethyst young girl has her own newspaper or communication for the community, like Harvey, like the Lansing Journal. They like a Lansing Journal. What is Pritzker position? He keeps his hands off and turn a blind eye while they destroy each other. Yes, a blind eye, which is crazy. Like, I agree with you totally. And I just want to listen to some of these comments. This was probably from the previous meeting because she has a different clothing on and he has a different clothing. So it wasn't from this week. And this is where Harvey asked state for $89 million to repair streets. Now, what streets are he going to repair? Now, we're not going to get an account or an audit or anything that says, okay, these are the streets that will be repaired. Now, Harvey streets, you think you in Iraq somewhere, and I ain't never been to Iraq, but they're horrible. The alleys are just trifling nasty. And I mean nasty like big holes, and they are sometimes they don't repair the holes in the alley, but they'll do it for the streets. They put, but they do that temporary fix. And he want to demolish abandoned properties. Why didn't they give people a chance to buy those abandoned properties? Interesting. What is the reason why he wants to do all this? And that's why he donated 30 was it $24,000, $34,000 to demolish a home for that retention.
And that be respectful of everyone's time. Council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. Limit your comments to 3 minutes, please. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaign or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time, and the council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed with city staff during regular business hours. And first we have for public comment is Ryan Sinwelski, followed by Mr. Herald.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan with the Harvey Historical Society. We had yet another fire, unfortunately, this past week. It was also not disclosed to the public. This time it was at 15322 Loomis. I was told that there will be no investigation of this fire and that this is yet another fire started by.
Sorry. I don't know if you noticed, but in Harvey, there's always some mysterious fires. Mysteriously on garages and on abandoned homes. We know that people probably use it for a safe haven, but some people think that they start these fires so people can get insurance.
Fires. Obviously, this is very concerning because we tend to have a lot of fires in Harvey, and we're not really getting answers about them. All information about the fires and crimes in Harvey should be posted publicly online and shared with the media in a timely manner. That is what residents pay taxes for, and it's the service that we expect. Last week, the mayor allowed a meeting to promote.
And actually, all these people right here, they work for the city.
Business and real estate in Harvey at City Hall. There were some great vendors with great ideas, but you know what get people wanting to invest in Harvey the most? What if we end all the play politics, the extortion of longtime businesses, and constant harassment of anyone who dares to have a different opinion than the mayor? If we don't address this corruption, no creative a business idea, unwanted park, or new rental building will save us. At his community meeting, the mayor says he's helping Harvey, even though he just pushed 15 families from their homes to build a park. He gave no info on our water debt to Chicago, blaming Chicago mayors. He refuses to answer demands for a new grocery store, says crime is down with no verifiable data, and he claims community hubs will be finished, quote, when they get more money, even though the grant was supposed to pay for all 6 of them, so what happened to the rest of the money? He lies about not increasing our property taxes. He still blames Kellogg for broken streetlights. He says it's not his job to help the youth of Harvey. He tells people not to ask about city receipts. He blames the treasurer for lack of transparency, then claims, quote, we don't have any money. So if the city doesn't have any money, what money did you use to go to Las Vegas last year? What money do you use to pay your 24/7 security detail? What money do you use to lease those brand new shiny city cars that you and your staff drive around all the time? What happened to all the grant money Harvey got to fix hydrants, to build the police hubs, to fix streetlights? Where is all the money going from our water bills? It's an insult, Mr. Mayor, to tell us we should have to go to a private meeting with you to know where our tax dollars are going. I'm sorry, that should all be public and shared online. After years of denying the city even owned any properties at all, the mayor did finally list more than 400 city-owned properties online. But now the question is, if we don't pay the mayor some extra money or do him some favor or speak kindly of him, how do we know our bids would even be fairly considered? We still have so many unanswered questions.
Next, we have Herald, followed by Stephanie Wright.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Herald, former trustee of the Harvey Public Library. I just like to let everybody know I did attend the march, hands off, in the city of Chicago on April the 5th from 12 until 2 p.m. There were over 10,000 people there. Great turnout, thousands of different signs addressing all the issues that the current administration who is over the United States of America has been dogging out their individuals on, and I mean all of us. But when I say individuals, I mean that everybody here has been touched by them already, and it's getting worse by the minute. I didn't see anybody from the city of Harvey there. We need everybody to participate when these marches are going on. It does make a difference. If you rewind a little bit back to the civil rights movement and the changes that came about in this country in the 50s and in the 60s, all those were accomplished because people stood up and they were counted. Nothing takes care of itself. There'll be other marches. I hope that you all will come out and participate, whether it's in Chicago or locally or wherever it's at. Find something that you can contribute to. The world is watching. It does make a difference. And I also like to say, this is to Mayor Clark. He's our mayor now. He used to be an alderman. And how you got to where you are is because of the contributions that were made by people that live in this city. And one in particular I'd like to remind you of is term limits. I'm not campaigning, this is history that I'm regenerating. I played a part in that. And there are other people that played a part in that. And that thing helped you to get to where you are today. So, in saying all that, you should try to remember that before you start making comments about people, about what you would do and what you wouldn't do. Because you didn't get there by yourself. Thank you.
He gonna go off in a minute, the mayor. Perhaps, perhaps some of you in Harvey could get a bill reopened to elect police chief mayor. Mayor couldn't have, but you still had to go through them. Who was going to put that out there so it can get on the ballot so it can do so? Some has to be changed. To sell the property to the big boy investors who come in to buy up a whole community. Because, half these people who on this side don't live in Harvey. In other words, speak now or forever hold your peace. Well, you better speak before you get to that meeting. You finally got the right. They want our money, but they sure do not want to work for it. They sure don't. And this mayor makes $150,000 in a poor community, and this is a part-time job. You can get rich. You can come up in these Southlands.
Next, we have Stephanie Wright, followed by Rudy J. Donahue.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Roddy. I'm a new homeowner here in Harvey, and this is the first time I attended a meeting. I have a question. What is being built on 158th and Western, and what is being built the north side on 158th on North on Campbell? Those trees have been cut down along that expressway. The trees have been cut along that street of Western. And the thing about it is that now the dealers have nowhere to go. I don't know what we're supposed to do, but they're all in my yard, all along my fence, trying to get through my back gate now. It's just horrible. Also, last week, I reported that my neighbors allowed their dogs to roam free. These are not small dogs, these are huge dogs, Rottweilers, German Shepherds. That the police station told me there was nothing they could do. I showed them a picture of this huge dog had been trapped in my car. They told me to go back, get the address, and come back and tell them what the address is. No. I don't pay tax dollars not to be able to go on my front yard because you all are allowing dogs to roam free in the neighborhood. I was told there was no animal control. So I need to know what is going on in my neighborhood due to the cutting of the trees. I think you're building something, the north on 158 on north on Campbell, and right there at 158th and Western, you all just cut the trees down and there's ComEd that put up new lights. And we in the neighborhood would like to know what's going on, and no one has communicated anything to us. It's just, and it's loud now, because Amazon is right across the street. The trees did block the noise. We don't have that blockage of noise anymore. So all through the nights, we're hearing trucks going through Amazon, trucks coming up and down 159th Street. We need a wall put up to cut the trees down, which helped us a little bit. But with the trees being gone, we have no protection anymore, no noise reduction. So I'd like to know who I need to talk to, who's going to give me some answers. That's it.
Thank you. Next we have Ruby Harvey.
Good evening, everyone. As usual, I have something to say in reference to the reports that are being made that were very insufficient and that they have actually stimulated a lot of the residents in the city of Harvey. We're very pleased about the reorganization of our city council, the way that they're speaking in reference to each of the communities that they are responsible for. In totality, though, what I really wanted to say was in reference to part of the financial representation that we are receiving here in Harvey. We have an accounting aspect, and we also have included in that, of course, would be our mayor. But I think a couple of meetings ago, the mayor did mention to us the process of getting all the information regarding the accounting and the monies that are coming through here in the city of Harvey. I think the citizens of Harvey are
What is she talking about?
very, very perturbed about the fact
Oh,
of the meaning of why we are not receiving some kind of report, financial report from our trustee. From our, actually our treasurer. But with this, it is necessary that we
the treasurer can't even. When the treasurer comes, she cannot give a report. If she give a report, she has to give her report during public comments. They won't let her give a report during the session with the regular elected officials, which is crazy.
speak out that someone else other than myself and the citizens here that are here tonight. That's the purpose of the city council meetings. That's the purpose of your presence being acknowledged. So with that, I'm going to conclude and say, further on up the road, you will get some more information.
Thank you.
About the church. Thank you.
Next on the agenda is departmental reports.
That's it. They might not so many people
Start off
talk.
with
Assets.
Nobody cares. Who
Good
is
evening,
he?
everyone. My name is Cesar Suarez. I'm the Economic Development Director, and I serve and responsible for business development, planning and zoning, and property sales. In that note, I wanted to share a few things. On the business development side, typically, I would estimate at least to have 12 new business licenses. And just in this, since the last time I came here and made a report, we see 7. Now, that sounds as uncharacteristically high, and that's because many of these are existing businesses that fail to renew in time, and when that happens, they have to start renew it and submit a new business license. So it's been very active, and it's very good to see and work with these new
I bet you he don't live in Harvey.
these incoming businesses as well. And basically, those are needed to teach and really prepare.
He talking too long.
Update on progress we made.
Everybody give him a report.
I would also like.
Here's the annoying part.
we want to thank them. As far as some issues that were brought up, train issues.
Hey, listen, Miss Malone, questions does not ever get answered. Never. You can ask like in Dalton, you can ask questions, but they are not going to respond to your questions.
You are having issues with your train, and there are issues with the train. We have been trying to have some private discussions.
Oh my God, trains are horrible out here. When I had set the original time for this video, it was at 3:30. Now I left my house at 2:30. I'm trying to get to 159th Street on Woods. And then I said, well, let me go to Calumet Park, which is the next town over. The trains had me blocked in. I couldn't even get over there. The trains are horrible, 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 horrible.
Sessions to try to help with that situation. But I will tell you honestly, if you're having that issue with the train, first thing we did was we put up a sign for residents to text or email letting the federal government know that the trains are being stopped. The trains are not a local issue. They're not a Harvey. They're not under Harvey's jurisdiction. The trains are under the jurisdiction of the federal government. So,
But the thing is, if you want government funding to help you fix the train issues, you can apply for it, right? So it's still all work all in one. And so let me say this, because a lot of people don't know. So in Harvey, the 147 or Sibley, that's what it's called. And if you look on the map, you'll see Sibley. It's a street that'll take you from far north, I would say southwest suburb to Indiana. And the street lights don't work. Some of the street lights don't work. So you better pray to God at night when it's dark that nothing come flying through your car, because the streets are dark in certain parts. Oh yeah, but I know it's not a local problem, it's a federal problem. But if it's affecting your community, it becomes your problem. That's what I don't get about him.
the real suggestion of that, well, the city of Harvey will try to do everything that it possibly can, and my office will work to do as much as it possibly can. The people who are ultimately responsible are your congressperson and your state senator, your federal U.S. senators. They'll repeat that.
I bet you any money he don't talk to Napoleon Harris. He's over our area. I bet you he don't talk to her. Him.
Congressperson and your federal U.S. Senator. So you can try to contact those offices. If you don't know who they are, you can look
This mayor, his name is Christopher Clark.
them up online. Your congressperson is Robert Kelly. Your U.S. senators are Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin. It might be a good idea to contact Dick Durbin. I think he's like, I don't know if he's second or third highest rank or something like that. But he's a high rank
I thought Napoleon Harris took Dick Durbin's job. Am I right or am I wrong?
member in Congress. So when he speaks, people listen. So that may be one of the things that we can try to do as well. But I just want you to keep in mind that once again, while we try to do what we can as far as the trains are concerned, the trains are under federal jurisdiction. We also have some.
And the phone number for the trains, if you want to call.
You want to call what?
The train station, when they stop on the track, yeah, one of the residents did some research and got the number for the actual train locomotive station. She sent me the number.
Okay, we haven't verified that number, so let us verify that first before we put that out above it, because we don't want to put out this information. However, once again, you can contact them, and you can find your congressperson and your senators.
No, I was wrong.
So that's how, that's just regarding training. As far as audits are concerned.
Oh, okay. I think Dick Durbin is a U.S. citizen. Napoleon Harris, a state senator. Thank you.
To make them get the record straight, the Illinois Comptroller tried to force an audit on the city of Harvey, but the Illinois Comptroller also tried to force an audit on Tinley Park and Orland Park and any other, just about every other municipality in the Southland, because one, it's difficult because we have this much as far as municipalities, and we have these many audits. So it's more than likely that municipalities are going to have difficulties getting audits done because they don't have the auditors. When the state comptroller's office sent us the notice of a forced audit, the first thing we asked was for the comptroller's office to provide us with an audit. And the comptroller's office did not. Why? Because once again, that much in municipalities and those many auditors.
I bet you, and you know what? In Dalton, I've seen them on that state road. Those street lights get fixed. You don't see those lights out in Dalton. In Calumet City, I haven't seen any lights out in the state roads. What's behind us? Midlothian? No, I haven't seen any lights out. What's that? Crestwood? Midlothian, Crestwood? Whatever's along 147th Street. The only area that has lights out is just this area right here. That means somebody ain't doing their job, but they don't know who to talk to.
So we were able to engage the services of Prosperity and Sons, and so we are using them to get all of our audits taken care of, and we should be, I think, finishing up one soon, right? Yeah, and then we'll be moving on to the next one right away. So we'll be having an audit meeting too. So for those who are interested, and you say, where's the money going? We'll have the audit meeting so you can sit and find out exactly what's what. Also, that audit will be posted online as well. As far as businesses are concerned who are not paying their taxes, I came before the council one time and before our residents, and I talked about the 465 commercial parcels that had not paid their taxes to the tune of $12,217,517, and that was for 1 year, the year of 2021. We had an ordinance on the books that says that if a business does not pay their taxes, then they cannot have a business license. And so that was that was my direction, and that's the direction that I wanted to go. However, I had some alderpersons who asked the question, and I also had some residents who asked the question of, if we shut down all of those businesses that have to pay their taxes, how many businesses will we have left?
Not
So we
many.
provided those businesses an opportunity and an option. And I want to repeat that, an opportunity and an option. An option means that you can take it or you don't have to take it. So if the businesses chose to take that option and chose to pay a certain amount in lieu of paying their taxes until they can get their tax issue straightened out. So that's hopefully what they are working on. But some of them don't pay their taxes because we have residents and members who basically support the businesses not paying their taxes. So we'll see, but that's going to be something that we'll have to work with and we'll just have to continue to work on. But the bottom line is, if a business is not paying its taxes, its property taxes, then every citizen of this city should be incensed by that. I'm glad, Chief Fisher, that you talked about the number of fires that we had, because there was
A lot.
of that. So we do not go out to the residents every time there is a fire. We don't go out to the residents every time a cat is stuck in a tree. We do not go out to the residents every time there's something that happens in the city, every single time. If there are major issues, they are usually reported by the local journalists or the regional journalists as well. And they send us questions and we do press releases. Whether they choose to decide to publish some of those things is totally up to them. Fortunately, and I specifically want to address the issue from the lady who lives on campus. First, we are not allowing dogs to run, but I can understand how you feel and how it looks. So I want to, first of all, let you know that we will be having a discussion if you would like. And we can talk about that a little bit more. There may be some things going on in the city. It sounds like part of what you talk about may be market, but I'm not 100% sure, depending on where it is. I know that we have not put out any permits or anything to allow the type of activities that you're talking about. So we will investigate that more to find out more, but we're going to make sure we're staying in touch with you because we want you to be informed as well.
Let's see. Mike, let's get the word out about Harvey, DWC, Lady Luck Club, Pink Book Lessons, and everybody. I did reach out to DWC about it today. But we got to get everybody involved.
That was the good stuff, fun stuff. I like the fun stuff. Well, no, before we get there, you know what? Don't make allegations you came back up and don't elude what you're talking about. Say it with your chest. If you think that there's something that's been specifically done in this city that I have done, you don't have to say, well, is the mayor doing so-and-so? Could he? You know what I'm saying? Or is that happening? Is it? No, you don't have to say that. Say it with your chest. Put it out there. Tell us specifically what it is that was done. Dates and times that I broke the law. Dates and times that we did something criminal. I told you over and over again, you got a new state's attorney, and she seemed to be like on fire. Okay, so you can call the state's attorney, you can call the attorney general for the state of Illinois, you can call the Department of Justice, but the bottom line is you don't have to come in here making those weak allegations. Say it with your chest. I decide. So you can go ahead and say that when you speak your piece, I have to speak mine too. But just coming in here just trying to allude like there's something wrong, it's not only an insult to me, it's an insult to the people who support this city. because a lot of people see what's going on in this city. You say, where's the money going? Well, you must be blind, mellow, jello or something. They didn't even see exactly what's happening. Because there's some really good things going on in this city. If you open your eyes and you want to see, you can see. If you don't want to see, then you won't see. And that, my friend, is all right with me. That Fun Shirt Fridays, which I missed this past Friday.
He is worse than Tiffany. They said that Tiffany is the worst mayor. No. It's just people are afraid to deal with Clark or to challenge him because you will be retaliated against. And I'm just going to show you a quick video of the meeting from last night where we can see where Colby.
Group of Illinois LLC for comprehensive housing.
Where Colby Chapman is arrested. It's the city. They're not going to play it. Watch this. She's here right now. They're going to edit it. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
I'm going to do some remedial classes for my staff. So they can learn how to count. I don't know what's up with that. We're going to do some alphabets too. But number 7. And I'm just joking, but they know I'm playing with it.
First of all, this lady, this man right here, his cousin, or I don't know, he relates to Randall L., who used to play football for the Chicago. I don't know where he played. I know he was an NFL player, but it's his cousin. And this lady, all these people listen, these 4 people have been in this community forever. And they turn a blind eye to what they see. Yes, Clark talks of openness, but utilize intimidation in action. Yes, you're certainly right. I think Alderman Colby, attorney, said it best. There is a race to see who's the stupidest mayor in. Is it Clark or Herald? Tiffany may have been stupid, but Clark is evil.
And they know who I'm talking about too, don't they? Number 7 is a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the county of Cook on behalf of the Cook County Sheriff's Office and the city of Harvey. This resolution authorizes the Cook Second Ward Alderperson from the meeting.
There's no democracy in that. And the people here
we have a motion and a second for the
opportunity for the minority voice.
There's a motion to censure. There's a second.
Ms. Allen, they don't want to home at 60 East 150. Miss that.
Point of order. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Nay. Hearing none, because they don't have votes. Please escort the second ward Alderwoman from the council chambers. Thank you.
Don't touch my stuff. You try that from the law school.
Don't y'all think y'all get a little bit aggressive?
Hey!
You know the crazy part is, he's the only man who stood up for her. This man, they just sat there. I don't know if he don't look like he gonna do anything.
Stop.
Why are you putting this? Y'all see this? Get it all on video.
Did he tell her to shut up? Did he just tell her to shut up? Let's go back a little.
Hearing none, because they don't have votes. Please escort the second ward Alderwoman from the council chambers. Thank you.
Don't touch my stuff. You try that from the law school.
Don't y'all think y'all get a little bit aggressive?
Hey! Why are you putting
Stop,
this
Mr.
on?
Chapman.
Y'all see this?
Stop, man.
Get it all on video.
That was a simple question.
Because why?
Did he say shut up? Is the mayor aware? And these men just look. No one stood up for her. I think that's disturbing.
Thank you. So, there was, and there still is, Chief. Point of information. There was, and there is a motion to call the question. That was originally called by the 3rd Ward Alderperson and 5th Ward Alderperson, so the 3rd. So that's what we need to take a vote on. So you may cast your votes.
First of all, they got her up out of there, but they gonna still vote on something that probably she needs to be there to vote on. But the problem with that is 1, 2, 3, 4, the majority. So whatever he says passes. No pushback.
Motion carries. Excuse me.
And he's an attorney.
Excuse me.
Oh, so that's the treasurer right here, the girl in the green, but she's not allowed to give a report. She has to go, if she has to give a report, she has to do it during public comments. If there are any names, if any spots left over for her to put her name on it.
Thank you. You got more disruptions for anti-disruption.
Good luck. Prima Donna, you saying write a campaign letter to who? To what president?
All right.
What did she got to use the bathroom?
Next we have, did we do that? Where were we at?
Motion.
Call the roll.
Motion by the 3rd and a second.
Motion by the 3rd and right. And the second by the 6th, that's for the resolution approving the redevelopment agreement for Blue Crescent Estates. You may cast your votes.
The one in office.
Motion carries.
That is resolution 4006.
They go on like it's nothing.
There we go. Now, our next item on the agenda is public comments.
Oh, let's see what public comment says.
Public comment is encouraged and appreciated.
We don't need to know that. Oh, he gonna say this. Let's see.
Yeah, Brooke Melvin King Jr., 216 Cabinet Boulevard, Harvey, Illinois. I'm disgusted, embarrassed, and I just feel horrible about this. I'm gonna go over these things that I wrote down. I may not get to the end of them.
Oh, yeah, Vietnam.
Sidewalks, curbs, open fields, pro-business, and practices of the First Amendment being violated by the city of Harvey. I want to start with that first because that was my last one. Practices of the First Amendment, Sergeant Brown should not be the police department. Interaction of officials, audience, and reactions should not be without audience or voices. That's our First Amendment. Religion created taxes and fees and high charges for water bills, and that $2 administrative fee was supposed to be done at the end of the election is still there. We have sexual harassment and discrimination of our officials. We have a treasurer who's a female and other sexual harassment who's not being allowed to do her job. We have snowplow damage from homeowners as far as sidewalks concerned. People are tricked to pay for the sidewalks when they're being torn up by inexperienced people who drive the doggone their private trucks for the snowplows. You can look at the sidewalks across the city. You can see all these sidewalks busted up. And I'm telling you, all you citizens, If you have a sidewalk, there's a V in your sidewalk, and you see crumbling and all that, that's the city of Harvey did that. Don't play for the charges and don't play to keep those charges, because I'm gonna have a group of people, we're gonna put a class action so we don't have to pay for those sidewalks. Fire hydrants and areas of sinking sidewalks, the city should take care of that. Daily fire hydrant and functionality inspection is not being done, it's only done when it's needed. We had that moving crew that came through here for that police thing, and they couldn't get the fire hydrant going on the corner of my house. It took them 2 days to get the fire hydrant going, and it was painted red. We have overgrowth of the city side properties. We have storm sewers that need to be maintained, snowplow damage again, weeds control, deterioration on the surfaces and streets. We have streets that have holes and pocket holes in them. We don't have proper patching. The patching they put in is a garbage patching because it don't last but 1 month. We have open fields that need to be proactively cut so we don't have tall weeds in the city of Harvey looking like other other neighborhood. Look in the neighborhood like Homewood. You don't see tall grass growing like that. You don't see weeds cut down looking like a doggone field of garbage. You know, in the 6th ward is one of the worst places. It is the worst place. Down Hudson Street, a burnout building has been burnt out for 10 years, and it still looks like it is. But yet, 154th Street, you do there. And not only that, the lady who was just pulled out, she wasn't even allowed to participate in her own ward in the ribbon cutting on 154th Street. Yes, I'm telling you, giving blocks hope. Being an example is not the case right now. Preventing unseen dumping. I do congratulate the mayor because when something was done, a big tractor trailer was caught with coming down my street and the police stopped them right in front of my house. I'm glad, and I hope that the fines that you give that truck go back to the 6th ward and the people who voted and fix their sidewalks and streets. Thank you very much.
People are angry, and maybe more people will sign a petition or a letter, sign a letter.
Next is Ruby Donahue, followed by Ryan Swinowski.
Good evening, everyone. I think we're kind of upset about a lot of things that have just occurred in our presence. And I think we all need to be aware of the other person's opinions, what should be done, what should not be done, and the limitation to which we are exhibiting ourselves individually. This is not a Haymarket. This is not a stabbing. This is not a area in which we should be saying things and doing things that are not in an organized manner. I was going to talk a little bit about our financial interests and the movement that we've been in the last, say, 5 years.
Right.
Thank you, Ernest. Public comment is from Ryan Swinowski.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan with the Harvey Historical Society. Even before the incident where my Alderwoman was horribly taken out in violation of her rights, I was going to say there's so much wrong and evil in this agenda tonight. Like, where do I start? First of all, Harvey taxpayers have to pay an ADT a $10,000 penalty because you, mayor, and your city staff couldn't keep track of a contract you had with them since 2019. Mayor Clark, you make over $150,000 a year as mayor, and you pay your senior staff very large salaries. You need to tell me with all that you pay yourself with our tax money, you couldn't keep track of a simple contract. Also, why are you selling valuable city properties for $2,000 to one company in Orland Park and another company in New London?
Stop time.
We have contracts
All right.
here.
No, we don't stop this foolishness right here. First of all, number one is, I don't make $150,000 as a
Oh.
Now, I do work for a living, maybe something $2,000 million, but I don't make $150,000 for as a mayor. If you're gonna come in here and start castigating and start going around allegations, we have my own as well. So I was just
Actually, that's your salary is reported by the IMR.
I don't care what you think it is. Bottom line is, I just told you, in this council.
How we don't get like audits and financial reports.
It knows that as well. the other people in this room.
Those are the receipts, Mayor. I correct them.
I have a book. I work another job, and I work for a living. Okay, and as you know, and so do you, Mr. Hervey, that this is a part-time job, which allows me to be able to do so, even though I spend a full time here in the city. Continue to apply, please.
Point of order.
Chair recognizes the fourth ward.
Mayor, I'm sorry, but this is just getting totally out of hand. And to me, the professionalism, regardless of whatever he's saying.
Well, you don't even go to play. I don't really be quiet.
I don't know the Prince of Allegiance.
Go ahead and stop the time. Now, you can either take your time or not, Ryan Silvowski. That's up to you.
Wait, what did you just say in there? And I was just asking a question. Don't you think you out of order? You said, I don't know the Pledge of Allegiance.
What the Pledge of Allegiance?
You know what? I don't have to down myself, to belittle myself the way you're doing. What I was simply saying was, regardless of what he was saying, it was just no different than anybody else speaking positive or negative. You still just listen to it and just take it and let them voice their opinion. You didn't have to interrupt. You ain't been doing that before. And you don't so many times on the Pledge of Allegiance. What Pledge of Allegiance are you for?
Go ahead, Mr.
What God you believe in?
What's wrong? Go ahead, Mr. Thank you.
Why are you selling, okay, I mentioned the city properties being sold for $2,000 to a company in Portland and another in New Lenox. We have a lot of contractors right here in Harvey who have asked the city for years to buy properties to fix them up so they could help make Harvey better and help their businesses as local businesses. Now, Mayor Parker, you have told them, unfortunately, time and time again, no. Unless they were your buddies or your donors or friends or something. So why are you going to give all of our resources, Mayor and City Councilman, to people who aren't even from Harvey? Are they giving you something to get you to sell them our property for so cheap? Don't tell me we don't have people in Harvey who don't know how to do a great job fixing our buildings. I've hired a lot of residents here. We have contractors here that have excellent professional businesses licensed in Illinois. So also, Mayor Clark and City Council, you want to double, let me get this straight. You just voted to double the tax on our natural gas bills. You want to increase our water bill by 4%. You want to increase our trash bill. Are you trying to push every last resident and business out of Harvey? This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And also, why the secrecy on the dispatch contract? Is it really the best deal to pay the county $500,000 a year? Or could we save money and give someone in Harvey a decent job by paying our own dispatchers? Well, we would never know because you all didn't have the decency to ask us before voting. The professional thing would have been to have your staff, Mayor, do a cost-benefit analysis and present it to the residents and the taxpayers first, or the Alderman first. Finally, I noticed we get no information or comments from you all about the settlement money the city's paying out because the city staff and politicians aren't doing their jobs correctly and they keep violating people's rights, as we've seen tonight with my Alderwoman. This is just a mess. I mean, clean yourselves up and start doing the job we pay you to do. It's crazy.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan gets facts.
I have an emergency. I'm not going to sit here and be disrespected and be insulted. I'm here to support my residents and do my job. So therefore, I will be leaving to take care of the business. But I really don't appreciate you making that comment about me not knowing the Pledge of Allegiance. And I've been in school since 5th grade all the way up until now. You're going to make a statement like that, which was unnecessary. Where did that come from? But I'm not going to cause no commotion. I'm just going to leave.
All right. Thank you. If anybody who wants to know, we have documentation. Next is the mayor's comment.
They got documentation that he don't know Pledge Allegiance. The Pledge Allegiance? Dang, he is a trip.
Before I get into all of the excitement of the evening, let me go into CETA. Has a 2025 CETA 259.
Let's see.
He's the one who runs the meeting.
Oh, here we go on rant.
And he said, and I still say,
Hold on.
run in any other council meeting that is running serves the residents of suburban Cook County. And if you have any other questions or need assistance with the application, you can call the Education and Training Helpline at 312-259-4237. Once again, it's 312-259-4237, or email csbgscholarship@cedarboard.net. So that takes care of that. Now, the way that the council meetings are run, and any other council meeting that is run in any other city, is based on what the council has said and what the chair does. The chair operates the meeting. If the person is not in agreement with what the chair has decided, that person has the ability to appeal the chair's decision, which I asked the question. If the second ward alderman person wanted to appeal the decision, she chose not to appeal the decision, she just chose to be disruptive, which is why she is no longer here. And as far as for Alderman, he didn't know the Pledge of Allegiance when we asked him to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and he said, and I specifically said, I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to my constituents. That's what it said. So the bottom line is, if y'all want that smoke, I can give it to you. But I'm not trying to create that up here, because we're trying to do something different. But they're going to stop that type of behavior. And then when those things happen, people in the audience want to say or see it and say that we're out of order, we don't know what we're doing. In fact, the fact of the matter is those people are out of order. Because the chair is the one who runs the meeting, period. If there is a problem with the determination of the chair, the alderperson, the trustee, the commissioner, the congressperson, the senator, the state rep, whoever it is, they can appeal the decision of the chair. But they cannot decide that they want to go ahead and disrupt the meeting. That cannot happen. That's when you start things to get out of order and out of control. And that's when people in the audience start to stand up and try to act like they can also engage in the meeting. So that's how it goes. Now, of course, there's this allegation of collusion, I guess, that also goes along to say that Alderwoman Smith is colluding, I guess, with myself. It's just she's learning more of the rules. And as she learns more of the rules, she decides that she's going to use those rules. And I'm glad that she's doing it. So that's how that goes. But you have to obey the rules. On another note, the second ward alderman person was the judge in the caucus for the Democratic Party. And when she was a judge and everything was out of order, when she was a judge at the Democratic Party caucus, she had absolutely nothing to say. Because her speech comes when it benefits her or something that she is passionate about versus something that is overall beneficial for the people. And it's amazing how these things can happen. We can allow a black woman to get called a B in the middle of a meeting, and nobody has a question about it except for that person's voice.
He talking about Tiffany, y'all. Y'all hear that? Hold on, hold that thought.
Order, when she was a judge at the Democratic Party caucus, she had absolutely nothing to say. Because her speech comes when it benefits her or something.
So is he targeting her because she was a she was a who he said she was?
And that's when people in the audience start to stand up and try to act like they can also engage in the meeting. So that's how it goes. Now, of course, there's this allegation of collusion, I guess, that also goes along to say that Alderwoman Smith is colluding, I guess, with myself. It's just she's learning more of the rules. And as she learns more of the rules, she decides that she's going to use those rules. And I'm glad that she's doing it. So that's how that goes. But you have to obey the rules. On another note, the second ward Alderwoman person was the judge.
Oh, she was a judge. Is this a retaliation against Colby Chapman because she was a judge in that electoral?
In the caucus for the Democratic Party. And when she was a judge and everything was out of order, when she was a judge at the Democratic Party caucus, she had absolutely nothing to say. Because her speech comes when it benefits her or something that she is passionate about versus something that is overall beneficial for the people. And it's amazing how these things can happen. We can allow a black woman to get called a B in the middle of a meeting and nobody has a question about it except for that person's boyfriend. Those things seem to be okay. But trying to keep order and decorum in a meeting, that's a problem. And when you don't try to keep order and decorum in a meeting, that's exactly what happens. Where people start fighting in the middle of the meeting because somebody got up and said what they said. And at that particular point in time, everybody should have been incensed. Anybody who was a female should have been incensed, and anybody who had a mother should have been incensed.
Yeah.
That seems to be okay. Because as long as we can keep the drama and the foolishness, and we can give the media something to report on, other than the good things that are happening in our city, then it's okay. There's so many great things going on in the city, and what happens is you see those people get up, the vast majority of them get up during public comment, they make their public comments, they stir the fires, stoke the fires, and then they leave. Because they don't want to get convicted based on what they just said. Now, we're not retaliating. There's no sexual harassment going on. So I don't know where that comes from. And I'm not only saying that because I feel that way, but you can look at, first of all, we have encouraged more women during this administration to be in.
Well, allegedly, there is someone who's sitting up there who has some of those allegations. I've heard it. I heard it, and it was shouted out in a meeting one day.
Positions of power and authority. And honestly, it's a personal decision, because actually I do believe that women do a much better job on things than men do. And it just is what it is. And I'm a man, but I just believe that's the case. That a lot of times there are things that women can do, and they do sometimes better.
Sometimes.
Amen. If you've been married, you definitely know. So we have once again a female clerk, but not only do we have a female clerk, but she's also Hispanic. We have been promoting diversity all throughout this administration. The city administrator is female, my deputy city administrator is female, and department heads have.
This is weird that he's calling out the females that work in his administration. Like, I will be uncomfortable, like, just pointing that out. Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's like you trying to answer so that you don't get in trouble by anyone. Just me.
Several female department heads, but then somebody wants to sit up here and try to make the castigation of sexual harassment. And I take umbrage at that. I really do. Because we try to do everything that we possibly can to promote, actually, DEI, even when our federal government isn't. As far as ADT is concerned, ADT was actually from 2018, so that was prior to this administration. And it was something that happened because we ended up getting a receiver because
Hey, the water bill credit. Nice to see you.
the previous administration wasn't paying the water bill. So let's get that record straight. Once again, I don't make $150,000 as mayor. So that's.
I just saw something. It says he. Let me show you. Now this is going to say the salaries, but it's not going to show you the perks that goes with it. I just found it. I'll let this go for a minute.
That's just something that, once again, they pull them from the orifices that I don't know about. But really what gets me, at the end of the day are the allegations. And I want to make this clear because, see, first of all, like my sir said, you gonna get this later. Well, if I'm gonna get it later, then bring it. What you gonna do? Hurt my feelings and tell me you don't want me to be mayor no more? Is that what's gonna happen? Don't threaten me with a good time. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna sit up here while I'm sitting in this chair and make the allegations that you make. And Ryan Sewellski, you of all people should know better. Because when you were working for Thornton High School as a French teacher, one of the children made an allegation against you that said that you were being sexually inappropriate.
Oh, what? This is weird-ish. Oh, what are you gonna say? Okay, this is 2324. So they said that his expenses, payroll taxes, all these are his bills. Seminars. So 23, 24, he made 109. I don't know what 2024, 25 is, but I'm sure Ryan has the information. It's crazy. Hey, the real McCoy. Share.
But you didn't like that. And the reason why you didn't like it is because allegations go a long way. And you ended up having to resign from your job before the actual conclusion of the investigation. Those were allegations. You saw that. Your parents saw that. Your family members saw that. And they had experienced that with you. But you have the nerve to come up here, the unmitigated gall, to come up here and try to accuse somebody of stealing and special interest, which I said before, you have no proof of anything. You feel like if you can just say it, that people are going to believe it. So that
It's crazy that he sits here and like he's defending himself. But I don't know. Free speech doesn't have anything to do with the word bitch in it. Hey, Mike, he's giving off the Tiffany sermon. And that's where she gets it from. She didn't get that style from herself. The water bill credit says sounds guilty to me. Hey, Satis, very weird fronting them in the meeting. Yeah, that is very weird and uncomfortable. Hey, y'all, cooking and listening. Hey, Cher, keep on cooking, girl. Keep on cooking. And for him to say, for the Mayor Clark to repeat the allegations about Ryan, where did he get that from? Where did he hear it from? I'm just saying, hey, I'm normally in the bush. Oh, you are, but I always I appreciate you so much. At the end of the day, allegation sounds like, yeah, this is all, they all ran together. All ran together. Hey, SQ. Hey, Dila. Hey, the real McCoy. It's just messy out here. The water bill credit, I was thinking he was sounding guilty too. I'm like, if it's not true, why even Why even make a response to something that is not true? I don't know. Hey, mods. Oh, I keep seeing Clark admitting to stalking Napoleon's house. So gross. Yeah. Yes. Mike, exactly. When was this meeting? This was Monday, the 28th. This is the one that happened. And this is the meeting that Alderwoman Colby Chapman was arrested. And I'll play that video in a few minutes. Hey, Kathy Fields, how you doing? Jesus, take the wheel. You're right. I was so appalled to see, never mind, see, oh, yes. I was so appalled to see Chapman being arrested like that. I thought that was so. Oh, dang. Mike gifted another person a membership. Please tell Mike thank you if you have received that gift. And drop a yellow heart so we all know that you received it. Thank you, Mike. As always, that's my friend. Share always. Mike, thank you. Yes. Whoop, whoop.
The next time you want to come up here and you want to talk about something that you believe this administration has done improperly, and you want to allude that there's a problem, why don't you think about those kids who made those allegations against you?
Dang.
Why don't you go find them and straighten that out? Because while we're sitting up here worried about where $10 is going, we should be worried about the welfare of children. And that was dealing with the welfare of children. Thornton Township High School should have called DCFS immediately when the allegation was made.
Dang. Hey, common sense.
Because people didn't care about children. Then you go.
He is so dramatic. That's dirty. That was real dirty.
To another school, and it follows you there. So now you're selling real estate. And maybe you're doing good, maybe you're not. You come to me telling me you want to be the exclusive real estate agent for the city. And because I decided that we're going to take a different direction, all of a sudden you start the Harvey Historical Society.
Dang, he's being really petty and going for Ryan. And Ryan can't even defend himself. Ryan is a teacher. I know he was a teacher. I don't know if he's still a teacher. The mayor is attacking Ryan. Yes. Yes. First he had him arrested, and now he's doing this. Gee, you better not get on his bad side. Tiff much. Don't be worried about the money. Worried about them kids. Oh my God, he's attacking Ryan. Yep. So crazy.
And decide that you want to be interested in Harvey history.
Yes, common sense. He kicked Alderwoman Colby Chapman out, but I'm gonna replay the video. Somebody laughing about it?
What happened to that child? That's what you need to do. Smoke. And if anybody else got problems, because little marijuana man was urban and got up here that was being investigated for marijuana, he does the same thing. Don't come in here if your drawers is dirty trying to talk about me. Don't come in here if your drawers are dirty trying to talk about my staff or this city council. Streets are getting done. Before I get there. But it all depends on where you are. Because remember when Tony President told him to sit down and have a seat after he got his 3 minutes in Cook County, he sat down. They feel like they don't have to follow the rules here. But they can go other places and do it and talk about this administration. Streets are getting done. Every first meeting of the month, this staff is getting up here telling everyone what's going on with this city. So if there's anybody who's watching this, now I'm sure some people on Facebook are watching, and maybe Brian will cut out his segment. But if anybody's watching this, you know things are going on in this city. But you would rather down the city that you live in, which makes absolutely no sense. You want to set your own house on fire.
Somebody's doing it.
What kind of sense does that make? Buildings are being erected, businesses are coming. We don't hear them talk about all those businesses that still haven't paid their taxes for 20 years.
Not at all.
Instead, what they're doing is they're holding candlelight vigils for those businesses. Do you understand when a business does not pay their taxes, their property taxes, that the city of Harvey loses out? That you
Hey, the businesses who not paying their back taxes, and now they're unable to pay their back taxes because they have boulders in front of their doors, so they can't get any business. But we don't address those abandoned houses that you can put back on the market, so that on the what's it called, the tax roll. So at least that will help offset it. Instead of doing that, you want to demolish these houses instead of letting somebody come in and fix them up.
lose out $12,217,517 or so. Am I reverse?
Hey, Mike, I believe that's O'Reilly's. I thought it was AutoZone, but it's O'Reilly. I think it's O'Reilly because I think AutoZone is across the street on the corner.
Something like that. In property taxes for 2021, that the businesses did not pay. But I can't get anybody to get upset about that. Every single resident in the city of Harvey should be appalled. We put out a list of businesses in the newsletter. But you know what I found out? Folks don't read the newsletter. Then they come up here and say, we're not being transparent. And you didn't even read. You want to talk about getting houses in order. Stop trying to attack the people that are trying to help you. Stop holding the people who are trying to help you at such a level of perfection that you could not even do yourself. Ms. Donahue was right. We need to love each other more, but I've said that hundreds of times. But obviously, while I'm saying it, certain people ain't getting it.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
We love you.
And so certain people ain't getting it.
They sound like some ass
But you
kissing.
bring that smoke, every single time I'm gonna ask the same thing. What happened to that kid? And if that kid is out there, who probably is an adult by now, my number is 708-210-5300. Call me so we can get to the bottom of what really happened to you. And whatever psychological impacts that you have to go through,
They're going to sue 'em.
because a teacher decided that they wanted to do something, at least allegedly, inappropriately with you.
You know it's true now. Why didn't you
Now,
say it?
that being said, if there's nothing else for the good, but I just want to let you know, I hope you heard that foolishness, and yes, I'll interrupt because I'm the chair. Don't come with that mess no more. If you want smoke, I'm ready for you. I'm just letting you know. So come with it if you want to. I don't mind you complaining, because see, that's the first thing that's gonna happen. But you don't want us to complain. You don't want us to say something. If you got a pothole and you can't get it fixed, please let us know. If you got a difficulty of something,
Well, first of all, if you live in Harvey, you would know where the potholes are, right? And you have these older men and women who live in the so-called community. Wouldn't they tell you where the potholes are and where the problems that are needed in their communities?
I was in Fairplay today. Good story. I'm in Fairplay today. I see a sister, because I call my sister. I see a sister today, and she sees me and she says, man, what? Blah, 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 blah. And then she tells me that there's a tree across the street and she wants a speed bump on that same street. And where's she at? Did I text you that information alone? Yes. So I don't have a problem with people complaining or having issues about what we do.
What about the photographs I sent you?
The photographs, you said, well, we get them all the time. We get them all the time. But coming in here making allegations and acting like somebody is doing something wrong in this administration, that will not be tolerated. And if you decide that you want to do it, get ready for pushback. Now, that being said, if there's nothing else other than the order, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
He a handful. Let me show y'all this video real quick. No, that's not the video. Sorry. Man, he came from Ryan today. We got to get Ryan on here. Ask Ryan what his thoughts are. Oh. That's Alderwoman Colby Chapman. 546. Okay. Let's watch this again. It's not long.
Please escort the second one off from the chambers. Thank you.
Don't touch my stuff. We sit on that phone. Don't try to take down a little bit of dress. Hey!
Don't touch her. Leave her alone. Wow. Wow. We're getting this.
Thank you.
Somebody said put her out.
So,
Words cannot describe the buffoonery that goes on here. He actually, Tiff must don't be worried about the money, worried about them kids, worried about them kids. Hey, don't forget, oh my God, he's attacking Ryan. That was sad. So you gonna use, you should have been more, took the higher ground. Well, I guess anybody that's been attacked or offended will say something, but he can't even answer back. So his word is law at this point. Is this before escort? Okay, yeah, I want to make sure I get everyone. Yeah, it's frustrating. You be tagged. His name is Ryan. He was a teacher now, but now a realtor. Ryan gives facts the mayor doesn't like. Yes. And again, we have to get Ryan to come on. I have to reach out to him because he actually in Harvey, his family owned a grocery store out here many years ago when it was when it was when it was when it was white over here in Harvey. They owned a grocery store. They had in Harvey. They had a car dealership. It had many stores, but now it has gone down to. It went from 5 to 1. So when you hear people talk about Harvey, and it's like when you heard Cassandra talk about Harvey, she's right. I mean, Harvey is worse than all the 17 communities. Oh, did he used to have a movie theater? No, I don't know. I have to ask someone. I moved over here early 2000, so a lot of what the nostalgia was before I moved over here. Is that Ryan? That's definitely Ryan. That is him in the flesh. Because remember, he was arrested. This is crazy. Yes, that's Ryan from Gay Chicago. Yeah, that's Ryan. Make sure I get Ryan credit. He's the head of the Harvey Historical Society. Man, he was. I was shocked. Well, I can't be shocked. You got to expect the unexpected. That he put Ryan out like that. Not only out like that, he just used allegations. Then he turned around and said told the person, if the person's out there, contact him, because they're going to try to sue Ryan. Listen, it's a dirty world. You don't know who to trust. Listen. Well, I take this class, so I need to, it starts in 10 minutes or 9 minutes. But I just want to tell everyone, I just wanted to do this video. I said I wasn't going to be here long, but I still was here 2 hours. Oh, well. I remember that the cop text Ryan at the meeting, getting him out. Yep, sure did. They arrested him right at that meeting. We're going to keep our eye on it. We're going to keep talking about it. I'm sure you all know that the channel has, Tiffany is going to be on channel 2, I believe, this evening in Chicago. It's a 5, 7 or 2, one of them. And I know that Dear Woke Christian is having choke. Yes, choke. Yes. Dear Woke Christian is having what's he having? He having a watch party for it tonight. So I'm going to jump in his live. I'm not going to go on this channel tonight, but I'm going to watch. I'm going to be in the 9 at 9. Oh, that's channel 9. Thank you. I couldn't keep that. Couldn't keep up. Should be very interesting. So, with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you all. I especially want to thank you, Mike, for the memberships that he has given out, and each of the Rewind crew, all who have participated in this live tonight. And I will be back on tomorrow. Hey, the real McCoy, I'm glad to see you. Yes, I know. I'm not looking forward to it, but I appreciate it. And thank you. The status quo is always thank you for coming through. And I can't wait for us to meet again. On that note, looking at the clock. And I will see you all most likely tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow for any updates. Well, you all have a great evening. And don't forget to watch DWC tonight or Lady Luck Club. One of them going live. I know DWC is. Well, and hey, if you have a chance, send messages to these content creators. I'll send it out also. Hey, Miss Malone. Thank you, Miss Malone, for being here. And get them to go and check out that arrest of Alderman Colby Chapman. And let's get some motion on that. Unfair, unjust. Well, in that order, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.